Over 30 years ago, we asked a simple question: how can we change the world? From that day forward, our mission was to harness the power of science to bring new medicine to patients with serious diseases and do it over and over again. Today, we make biologics for a range of diseases, including eye disease, allergic and inflammatory disease, cancer, cardiovascular and metabolic disease, neuromuscular disease, infectious disease, and rare diseases. Industrial operations and product supply, the manufacturing and distribution arm of Regeneron, started small. But in 2007, everything would change. We knew big things were coming. And in a matter of just 10 years, we went from 0 to 7 FDA-approved products and a pipeline of over 20 product candidates in clinical development.
To grow that much over a 10, 12-year time frame, there is no playbook. We've gone from 170 people to about 4,000, part of a small building to multiple campuses, no footprint, to having one of the largest footprints in our industry.
Most biologic manufacturing facilities are only making 1 or 2 products at a time. We have, through incredible process improvement, we have found a way to manufacture upwards of 10 products concurrently. We have the process knowledge to manufacture 50+ molecules on this site alone. This has been unparalleled growth, right? This has been 30% increase in growth year after year, and it's not slowing down anytime soon.
To have the growth go up and the issues go down simultaneously, hats off to the team.
It's been very important to us to maintain the culture that we've had, maintain that startup feel, even as we ventured into that commercial market. To do that right, we needed to make sure that we identified the right people, we hired them, we onboarded them, and we trained them to do their jobs correctly. We needed to find those scientists that could understand our process and drive it forward. We needed to find those engineers that were able to identify and build new equipment to do what we needed to do. We needed to identify great support people to allow us all to do our job.
The important part is everybody knowing what's expected. People need to have the ability to explain what it is we're trying to do, what it is that makes us effective.
Continuous improvement is part of our DNA. It's who we are at the very deepest levels. We are challenged with this scenario of trying to keep up with this rapid growth.
We went from no products that we're supplying commercially to all of a sudden 7. Then we had to figure out how are we going to do what we were doing faster, more efficient, safer, higher quality, so we could just keep up with the demand.
We developed a grassroots program called SLIM, Simple Logical Improvements Matter.
Our SLIM program wasn't something that we were just going to pick up a lean playbook that's worked at other places and implement here. It was going to feel organic and true to who we were, and it was going to be a way of thinking.
We encourage every individual in IOPS to identify and implement one continuous improvement idea a year. We challenge everyone to do it. It's not a select group of people. There's no all-star team, right? It's everybody every day that's committed to getting better.
The improvement / lean / op excellence / continuous improvement, whatever you want to call it, those efforts were shaped and pushed a certain way because we didn't have the money. You had no choice but find a way to succeed. I've always described things as brute force and elegance. There was a brute force component, which was building, hiring, things of that nature. There was an elegance component, which was better planning, better coordination, and we ended up having to do both.
We've kept up with this growth while always ensuring that patient safety, never breaking patient confidence and trust. And at the end of the day, ensuring that this is the best possible place for our people to work.
A major component of Regeneron's culture is doing what's right, caring for your people, making this a great place to work. It's a friendly, welcoming environment, a safe place to work, a place that you can challenge yourself and grow.
We don't make drugs for patients, right? We make them for moms and dads and sisters and brothers. If you can keep that in mind, it keeps you well calibrated. The most powerful thing we have are patient testimonials. When people come in and talk about how it's impacted them, the rest of their family, quality of life, the way they perceive their future, it goes from being a job to something that you feel passionate about. I feel completely amazed by what our people have done and by their ingenuity and their commitment and their effort.
We are honored to receive the Shingo Prize, but our job is never done. We will always maintain our drive for continuous improvement.